Morning everybody, this is David from Softwash Evolution. In this video, I'm going to bring you some early morning commercial bank cleaning jobs. It's raining out here today. It's Friday morning, April 17th. It's about 5:30 in the morning. I've got to do this location I'm going to walk you around right now, and then I've got two more to do Monday and Tuesday of next week. So I'm going to combine them all into one video, show you how to clean bank branches early in the morning, obviously before anybody gets here. But I've got to work around the electronics, the ATM, I've got cameras everywhere. Each one of these banks, well, two of them are similar. There's another one that's completely different. All different types of siding, all different types of materials, different cleaning methods. But I'm gonna get set up. It's actually raining right now, pretty good. We'll walk around this place, show you what I gotta do. All right, I'm set up, water's flowing. One of the things you're gonna wanna do when you get banks or commercial jobs, always verify they have an outside water source. There's a sprinkler irrigation line right there, but it has a hose hookup on it, a valve. That's one of the things you always have to verify, because a lot of these times, especially banks, they're very secure. Sometimes all the mechanical stuff like water and all that is on the inside, so you gotta have access, somebody to let you in. It's a pain. I got my cone set up on this drive-through lane because this is the ATM. It's 24 hours. There's obviously, the bank's not open yet. I'm not worried about these two lanes. I'm just gonna clean the concrete around them. I'm gonna start with this area because the ATM's right here. You can see on the siding all the bird droppings now that there's a little bit of light out. The birds love to hang out on the sprinkler heads and overhead right here, and they crap all over the place. You can see the siding. This is probably the dirtiest part, and it's the part the customers see the most. There's an ATM. Very, very careful with ATMs. I put a ring of, I'll show you, I'll go over there. The lights just came on inside. I don't know if anybody's in there, but they weren't on when I got here. I put a ring of duct tape all the way around it. Then I put my plastic, and then I tape my plastic to the duct tape. Duct tape's waterproof, but it does leave a little residue behind, so be prepared to clean the outside of the ATM just by hand. I'm also going to clean the depository box by hand. It's a nice stainless steel box. There's no electronics on that, but you're not going to sit there and hammer water in it, obviously. But anywhere there's a light, there's going to be bird droppings. And bugs too. Around the front, they got their big generator here. It's a nice stonework on that side, and it's all like this side siding. I got a window open right there, I noticed. Be real careful of. And it's raining out, so they left their windows open. But they got that huge overhang, so a lot of glass. I'm not cleaning the glass though. I got a glass company doing that after me. Their sign, I'll give it a rinse. A lot of nice woodwork and stuff I gotta be careful of. So I'm just gonna use soap and water up here. Clean a lot of this cement work where the bird droppings are by hand. But it's raining pretty good now, so I'm gonna shut the camera off, get some work done, get that ATM area done in the drive-through so that I can get out of the way in case anybody needs to get money out. All right, I'm just about done wrapping up the hoses. The water is draining. It's kind of still raining, but I did all these lanes right here. I washed the blacktop around these little concrete areas. This whole thing is done. The ATM, plastic, everything's pulled. Some woman actually pulled up. She wanted to use the ATM, and I had my cones out. She parked over there, and I told her, go ahead and use it. She walked over. She's like, oh, I got to get some money out. But I was like, yeah, just don't drive on my hoses. So she parked her car, walked out. This is about the only spot that didn't come out. There's a gutter right there. This is how water drains from the roof. It's kind of worn away at the siding right there, at the paint and concrete, so it's left a black stain. That's the only spot I used SH on. I put a little bit of SH on my brush, just gave it a nice brush up and down, a little bit of degreaser also, because a lot of that has probably some roof tar mixed in with it, with organic staining. It came out a little bit, but it didn't come all the way out. This building's only a few years old. It's not gonna come completely clean, but I did this concrete. I didn't run my surface cleaner across it, not really any staining, and I washed these 4 parking spots. Went across this with my gun. A lot of those Zinn pouches, everybody's spitting those things everywhere. They're sticky. Cigarette butts in here next to the cigarette butt thing. And then a lot of this wood up top, you can actually see it now that it's light out. It had some bird droppings up there. I took my brush and I actually got all the way up there and brushed it, spray it, brush it, spray it. Most of that glass is gonna get done on Monday. Well, all the glass is gonna get done. So the glass cleaning guys are gonna take care of most of this. But I washed the sign, sidewalk, same thing around the other side. So this whole building, I probably used one little shot of SH on that little stain there. That was the only spot. If you're doing stuff like this, it's not that old. It's bird droppings, a little bit of grease, some cigarette butts, and that's about it. Blacktop, I just, run your wand across it. I'm not gonna surface clean blacktop. Some grease stains from the, cars drip some oil. But other than that, this is probably the dirtiest part right by the ATM. And then out front by the road, just some dust from, you can see that's a pretty busy road right there. This is Queensbury, New York, almost Glens Falls. It's the Adirondack Trust location. 2 more to do. Today, it's rainy, like I said, but it's probably 70 degrees. It was in the 60s, 70 overnight. It was great. We're getting like a full spring right now because starting Sunday, like I said, on Monday and Tuesday, I have 2 more of these branches to do. it's supposed to drop into the 20s. So Monday morning when I do continue this video, and Tuesday morning, I'll probably be bundled up in my Carhartts because it's going to be freezing, and I'll be making ice as I spray. So we'll have some antifreeze mixed in. So more to come, 2 more branches to go. All right, we're back. Monday, April 20th, 6:03 in the morning. Doing another location. I'm gonna walk you around this one. First I had to show it on my phone. 31 degrees, so it's actually not as bad as I thought. You can see the frost and stuff on my truck. I woke up this morning, I had the whole thing antifreezed and blown out overnight, but this is I had to hook up all my lines and stuff as soon as I got here. You can see the ice everywhere. So I'm not, 31, it probably only dipped down to 31. There's some standing water, actually. There's a little puddle right there, and it's liquid water. So my biggest concern about doing this when it's this cold before the sun's up is making ice. So customers are gonna be at this bank. I'm putting my gloves on, my winter gear on here. Customers are gonna be here in a couple hours, so I don't wanna, on the front step, make ice and stuff everywhere. So I brought antifreeze with me, brought some salt, which putting salt down is the opposite of what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be cleaning that stuff up. But hazards like that, if you're doing a place like this, you can't have this water freezing. So on this one, I've got some concrete. The whole drive-through area is actually concrete, like the other one I did the other day was blacktop. But I've got actual gutters on this one. This is more of like traditional commercial building. Brick siding, some vinyl, aluminum gutters, aluminum trim, a regular asphalt shingle roof, which I'm not doing the roof, but got some concrete cleaning to do here. My plastic and my duct tape are here because I got to cover up the ATM. This is like wood trim in here, but you can see how dirty it is. Like at the top of the ATM, all this. I got to clean all that, but I've got to cover that ATM up. The electronics are very sensitive. You can see all the salt. That's all de-icing salt down there. In the wintertime, they spread it around, so there's no ice in here. People aren't sliding around as they're pulling up to the ATM. That whole bottom curb, aluminum gutters, typical trim. This is the north side, so it's probably the dirtiest. A lot of bugs around the lights. Again, just, vinyl and brick and aluminum. This is a typical, what you'd probably find on a normal residential house wash. So this bank is totally different than the one I did on Friday. The gutter's actually falling off the building right there. I'll make sure I take a picture of that so they know. And brick patio thing right here. All these windows, real dirty. To clean all of that. It's just covered area, so it's really, really dirty. It never gets rained in here. But this is more of a traditional, like, house wash I'm gonna have to do. Sidewalks here, I'll give a rinse. Entry door, but it's pretty small. Pretty much soap it and rinse it. So in this, like I showed you on Friday when I did that one that was all wood trim, ton of glass. That one, I might have used a half a cup of SH and, a lot of water, some soap. This one, pretty much a house wash. I'm gonna be doing, a typical 1.5% mix on the downstreamer, rinse the whole thing, surface clean the concrete around the ATM by hand. But that's it. This bank is totally different than the other one, but I got the water flowing. My hookup is right there, my water key's right in it. Let the water pump some more. I'll cover up that ATM, start working. We'll get some video as I go. All right, quick, 7-hour cut in that video. It is now 1:57 in the afternoon. I'm back at the bank. I wasn't able to do the job this morning. That standing water you saw in the parking lot was lying to me, and so was the temperature. I sprayed a little bit of water after I beat the ice out of the lines and things like that. Put a little bit of water on the concrete, and it froze almost instantly. Now I have salt, I have antifreeze with me, but part of the job I'm doing is cleaning up the de-icing salt that's been left from all winter. I don't want to put more salt down. Antifreeze just isn't good to put down on the ground and leave it there, and it really doesn't work unless it's concentrated stuff. So when you go pouring it on top of water, it dilutes it too much. I really don't even trust it. And then my unloader locked up just from being so cold. Must be the little spring let go. So I was having a morning. So I just, I can't do it right now. It's too dangerous. I'm making too much ice. So I bailed on the job. I emailed the facilities manager who I've been dealing with at all these banks and just told him, like, hey, I'm making too much ice. It's not safe. Is there any way I can do this during business hours? And he said, yeah, absolutely. And then tomorrow, the one I'm going to have to do is going to be during business hours too. It's probably up to 40 degrees now. The sun's shining. It's much better. So I'll take you around this place. I'm almost done. So it's daytime now. This is the front of the bank. It is all done. That whole thing's done, both sides. I've got my cones out here just because I had to close one entrance at a time. I did that one, put a cone inside, outside, did the entrance, moved over here, cone inside, outside, did the entrance. Now I'm doing the drive-through area over there. There's customers all over, so I don't want to carry my camera around the front of the bank or where the customers are. But my hoses are all back there. I've just got to do one more drive-through lane. That's all my plastic. I just pulled the plastic, my gloves there, off the ATM. So the ATM area is done. The teller window area is done. So that lane is open. I'm just going to do the other 3 lanes. Just brush that concrete out. There's a bunch of gum and junk in there. Put a little bit of degreaser down from the oil slicks that are where all the cars have been driving through. This bank is done, but you can see this one was totally different. Vinyl siding, brick. It's pretty much like doing a house wash. I know I said it before in the video, but I'm going to finish this one up. We'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow I have another branch that looks just like the first one I did. A lot of wood trim, a painted siding, a lot of glass, and that one is actually right down the road from my house. So that one's going to be quick. I was going to do it first thing in the morning, or quick to drive to, I mean, but I'm going to have to stick it in the middle of the day. So this morning I bailed from here. I went home, fixed my unloader, fixed all the pieces that I broke that were frozen. I went on and did like 4 house washes. I came back here, you know, it's the afternoon. I have one more house wash to go do. So tomorrow will be the same. I'll do my residential stuff in the morning when I can, you know, fight the cold, because it's supposed to be even colder tomorrow, high 20s. And then as it warms up, I'll shoot over, get the bank done, go back to doing residential. But the video will continue daylight tomorrow. All right, everybody, last day of the bank jobs. Tuesday, April 21st, 8:43 in the morning. I did the same procedure today. I went and did a residential job because it was freezing last night, even colder. It was down in the low 20s. But I'm here at the bank now. I got that one residential done, truck's all de-iced, antifreeze is purged out. And now I'm at the bank. This branch, it actually worked out because this one doesn't even open till 11 o'clock. It's really weird. It's like their late branch. It opens at 11, but it stays open till like 8 o'clock at night, which is great. So I got plenty of time. This one looks similar to the one I did the other day, but the exterior surfaces are a little bit different, which is why I wanted to save this one for last. This is going to be a good video, and it's a nice sunny day, even though it's freezing cold. So this building is almost completely a metal exterior. It looks like the other one. It's got the wood trim. I'll take you up front. But this is actually, I don't know if it's aluminum panels or what they are, some type of an alloy, but they're painted metal. And there's a ton of hard water stains. You can see my line here hooked up. We'll go around this side. You can see all that. That's from the sprinklers. Very hard water, even on these gutters, these downspouts, that's definitely aluminum. You can see all that hard water staining. You can rub at that, pressure wash it all day long. It's never gonna come off. See all of it here, a ton of it down there. It's around the other side. There's my gun here. There's only one entrance to this bank, the very front, so I've got to get that done just in case an employee does show up. And then of course the ATM lane. So the whole thing here, hard water stains, salt, de-icing salt from the winter time. The plow guys come through here and just sling salt everywhere. It's all over everything. So I'll cover the ATM up, take care of this, take care of the entrance, but I wanted to show you back here how bad all this is. I'm gonna do some hard water stain removal. Over here, I already did a test spot. My spray bottle here. So you can see this wall, very similar. You can see those marks. That's just from the irrigation, the sprinklers arc right there. So this panel I did, this panel I haven't done. So you can see it got rid of most of it. I'd say probably, you know, 75% of it came out with just a spray, and I didn't even rinse it. So I used my product over here that's in my spray bottle, and I have a little rag there because I wiped it. It is, get the gloves and stuff out of the way, right there, Cleansol BC. So that's an oxidation remover. Hard water stains a lot of times will have iron in them too, so you may need a rust remover like, where is it? My F9 bark is probably on the other side. This one is almost, I'll be able to take care of it with that Cleansol BC, the oxidation remover, because this is a metal surface. So that will take care of it really well. I mean, you can see it when you step back here, the one I did to the one I didn't. So I'm gonna spray, I'm gonna get my water going. I'm probably gonna take care of the ATM in the front first, and I'll end over here, and we'll do all this maybe on video, because it'll look pretty good. It's right in the sun. Go around and check out the rest of this place. Wood there, another Adirondack Trust location. All these metal panels up front, but this part, the irrigation doesn't touch up here, so there's no hard water stains. Big place, all wood up there. It's really clean up here. A lot of salt, always de-icing salt. All this wood, I'll just give it a mist with some water in here, soap and water. This whole side, another big arc here of hard water stains from those sprinklers. And the wood down there looks like it's pretty much destroyed. Those bottom couple panels probably got to be replaced. And then we're back at the ATM, and there's actually someone using it, so I won't film right there. All right, I'm gonna get the ATM lane done in this up front here, and then we'll film some of the oxidation removal on the other side. All right, just doing the hard water stain removal here. ATM lane is done. You can see all my water over there. ATM's unbagged. So now I've got the Cleansall BC mixed about 5 to 1. I wet this whole area, even though it's still winter and the plants aren't coming up anytime soon. But I wet the siding. Again, it's metal, it's painted, and I go along, just water, get everything wet, because it can flash dry. The sun is right there baking on this stuff, which is why the water spots are there. I then go around from the bottom up and apply this stuff. Now it's very, watery. It's not mixed with anything other than water, so it wants to run. So you apply from the bottom up so it doesn't flash dry on you. And then it is a brushless cleaner, but guess what? Use a brush, it works a little better. So that's why my brush is right down there, my soft bristle brush. So I apply from the bottom up. I did like these 2 panels because it goes to about that high right there. And then I let it sit for about 3, maybe 5 minutes. And if I see it start drying, add more cleaner to it. Don't add water, add more of the same mix you already applied. And it will start to dry from the top. So kind of keep adding it to the top, let it run, go across it with your brush after it's dwelled for maybe 5 minutes. And I just keep working panels like this, 2 at a time. So, about an 8-foot area. And then I go back, apply a little more, use a little more brush work, go back and apply some more. You do that because you don't want the stuff drying on there. If it were, 5 o'clock in the morning, like I planned on doing these banks, it'd be a little easier if you're not in direct sun. Just keep it wet with the product, not with water. Some people, if you're doing vinyl siding, you don't want the SH to flash dry. You can keep it wet with water, but we don't want to ruin the product, dilute it too much. So I'm gonna let that dwell for a couple more minutes, give it a rinse, show you what it looks like. All right, this stuff's been on there, what's 9:35 now. I know it's not completely dry. Someone's gonna say that. It always looks good when it's wet. So up here is wet, right there is dry. So you can see it there. Yeah, there's some water spot. There's some, water dripping still, but you can see where it's wet and dry. And even in the wet spots, tiny little bit of white haze is still there, but it is 100 times better. I'd say, again, 70-80% of those hard water stains came out. I didn't do the window. You want to see how bad it was. This is how bad it was. Glass company's doing the window and the frame and the sills and stuff probably tomorrow, but the place is all done. Had a lot of birds up here. They're actually still squawking. There, a lot of bird droppings on these posts and stuff I had to clean up. There's a lot of that concrete caulk stuff they put in there. The guys slopped it all over the place, but I got the sidewalk all the way to there. The ATM drive-through lanes and everything are there. It's all done, cleaned up. Adirondack Trust, 3rd branch, 3 days. That's it. Bank branches, there's money in them. They are a little tough. Make sure you got access to the water. Make sure you do it on off hours. This one actually worked out. If you saw the video yesterday, it didn't quite work out, or the part of the video that I shot yesterday. But it can be done. If you're new, take them. Make sure you got plastic for the ATM. Protect all the electronics, sensitive stuff. Do it when there's no people there. Access to the water and the facilities, everything you're going to need. But everything can be done. That Cleansall BC, I'll leave a link for it in the description. I've got one little corner I've got to clean up right there behind the air conditioners and disconnect my water. Buffer tank's draining. It's still not a water storage tank. That's it for this video. Hope you liked it. Make sure you like and subscribe.